Hello and welcome to our class tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brooke and I'm so excited because this is the first one that I've hosted and we are so lucky to have the other girls on board, Nakaya, Hayley and Cass, giving you a wealth of knowledge and support if you're choosing to continue or begin your oily or low tox journey. So thank you all so much for being here. I'd love to begin by first of all acknowledging that I am filming, live and work on the lands of the Dark and Young people who are the traditional custodians of this land. I pay my respects to elders, both past and present, always was, always will be. Now I'm going to start off this session talking about the 12 oils in the premium starter kit by doing something that we call a scent tent. Now for those of you who haven't done it before or don't know what it is, this may seem a little woo-woo, but I feel like it's important when it comes to these situations where you need to calm your nerves or you're feeling a little bit anxious. I know that I'm talking to a few of you right now, so I'm just going to use our beautiful Vala oil. Do a couple of drops on my palm like this. Look at that purity, that color is just amazing. I'm going to rub it into my hand and do something called a scent tent. So this is where we come back to the breath and we inhale our essential oils and just really recenter ourselves. So feel free if you like to grab an oil as well. If you've got some at home, maybe a lavender, maybe you need some Vala right now as well, a stress away, or if you haven't yet started your oily journey, you're welcome to just take some deep breaths with me. And I'm going to take in 3 and use my scent tent to lean into my Vala oil for some support right now. So you just cover it like this and breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in, exhale. Last one, in and out. I already feel like that's hitting me. Alright, I'll speak a little bit more about Vala later, but I would love to start with the beautiful lavender. This one is the calming queen. We love lavender. Now, when I used to think about lavender, I used to think like musky, too much perfume, kind of like the great aunt that hugs you for too long at Christmas and you just like slapped in the face with their fragrance that's really like musky and floral and just way too potent. But with the purity and the seed to seal quality of lavender from Young Living, it just is amazing. It supports relaxation, alleviates stress, and helps with sleep. This lavender oil can also be used for cuts, rashes, abrasions, burns as a natural remedy. We can also apply to skin to help soothe the skin after a day out in the sun. So this will really help after, you may have been a little bit sun-kissed, to keep this lavender oil aside as a cooling agent and something that's going to really relieve those skin cells. We can diffuse for a calming, soothing aroma. I've actually put it into a roller with some carrier oils and I've used that to assist my sleep, as well as for my daughter Osha, who some of you know. She's my 10-month-old. I roll a little bit onto the bottom of her foot. I also add a couple of drops to her Riff Raffy and put the sleepy music on it, and she is just loving her sleep at the moment. I want to touch wood because I know things can change, but this has really helped us to all get a good night's sleep and an unbroken sleep. You can also diffuse with the beautiful oil Stress Away before bed, or you can add a few drops to your bath to unwind. The next oil is another one that I use daily, and this is our beautiful frankincense. Christmas time, you'll hear it pop up as well. I love a bit of frankincense. It is a beauty hack. So instead of putting all these different toxic chemicals on your skin, I just use a couple of drops of frankincense, use it with a carrier oil, and I roll it onto my skin each day. You can also massage a drop into the crown of your head for grounding. You can mix 1 to 2 drops with a carrier oil to improve your complexion. It really helps if you've got any sort of like spots or any marks that you want to get rid of. You can diffuse with lavender before bedtime for a beautiful calming aroma. And you can also diffuse it on its own for grounding and focus. So when I'm studying, I tend to diffuse frankincense, and that really just brings this calming, peaceful presence, as well as keeping my mind alert and ready to focus on my assignments and work that I have to do. The next beautiful oil is a citrus one, part of the fruity fam, and this is lemon. We call lemon the citrus multitasker. Okay, there's so many purposes for lemon, including a drop in the morning in your water for cleansing and metabolizing, so getting that metabolism boost first thing in the morning. I also tend to have a drop of it in my tea of the evening. You can add a couple of drops to your laundry wash for a brighter whites. It's going to help to remove stubborn stains. I love to use a couple of drops to remove sticky label residue or grease, so when you're pulling off tags and there's still that stickiness, this will definitely help clear those. Substitute a drop of this for lemon juice in my cooking and on salads and things like that for a really refreshing, zesty sort of taste. You can apply this to blemishes, just like Frankie, to reduce redness and to help heal those blemishes nice and quickly, especially if you've got something coming up. That's usually the time that we get a little cheeky spot here and there. Add Frankie and or lemon and they will be your saving grace. You may also love to diffuse 6 to 8 drops of lemon for an uplifting aroma and to purify your air. And I'm sure that one of the girls will be talking to you about purification and air quality, and you may have seen in my stories as well about how important it is to try to reduce the free radicals and keep the air pure, not just outside of our homes, but especially inside of our home where we spend the most time. This is another citrus oil, basically like lemon's cousin. It's orange. So this is a peaceful aroma. I love to actually pair it with vanilla, which isn't in the starter bundle, but definitely worth getting for a nice sweet aroma, and have my room smelling like Skittles. Add to cleaner for a bit of extra kick, and it's a great adhesive remover. You may like to add to moisturizer or a serum to improve the appearance of your skin and get that beautiful glow. You can pair with frankincense in the diffuser to boost your mood, and also add a drop to your toothpaste as a natural tooth whitener. How beautiful is that? Keep hydrated by adding a drop to your water, because I know that I'm not a massive fan of just having plain water, and rather than having all those extra sugars or those pretend sugars in those flavored waters that we may see in stores, just add a little drop of this and you will still get that same flavor but with so many more benefits. Our next oil is another classic, and it is our peppermint oil. I actually put a little bit of this on the crown of my head and kind of rubbed it in because it promotes hair growth. I also love the smell of it. It's cooling. You can diffuse it for an energizing aroma, so if you need a bit of a pick-me-up, I would definitely recommend. I know when it gets to that 2 p.m. slump, I tend to pop some peppermint oil on my wrists or start diffusing it, because I know that it's just going to get me through the rest of a working day. Adding 4 to 6 drops to a cup of Epsom salts will create an uplifting and soothing bath or foot soak, so treat yourself. And I've also got some great ideas if you wanted to gift. You know, a lot of you have kids and are gifting teachers or educators certain things. Why not make a little bath soak for them using our peppermint oil or lavender? You can add a couple of drops to warm water to make a peppermint tea. You may also diffuse with lemon and lavender for seasonal support. So let's boost that immunity. We know when the seasons change, we tend to get a little bit run down, and this is going to give your immunity that extra boost. You can also add 1 to 2 drops in your baking. So I know that I've made chocolate mint protein balls and added a little bit of peppermint to get that minty kick. You may also rub 1 to 2 drops mixed with a carrot oil into your body, and that's a way to relax and unwind. So you can use it topically, you can ingest it for some flavor, and diffuse it for an energy boost. Pan-Away. This one I know I have helped a lot of people with. It is a natural, pure essential oil that alleviates pain, head tension. If you also experience chronic headaches, migraines, muscular pain, then this is the oil for you. I have made a roller with 3 of the oils in the premium starter kit. That's Pan-Away, peppermint and lavender. It creates a beautiful relaxing aroma, all the while when rolled on the spot that we feel needs tending to. So say if you've got a little bit of head tension in the back of your head, down your neck, or if you've got muscular pain in your calf, then this is a beautiful oil to pair with lavender and peppermint, or just have on its own with a carrier oil to roll onto those affected areas to reduce pain and tension, and hopefully alleviate those things that really make it difficult for us to get on with our day-to-day lives. Like, I know how debilitating a migraine can be. I understand how debilitating being in pain and living in pain each day can be. And I know that this particular oil has really helped so many of my friends and family and people who I've gotten onto it. And I'm just so thankful to be able to be given this opportunity to support other people in regaining a higher sense of being in control. Because when we have debilitating pain or chronic pain, we know that it's really something that no one should live with, and it makes us really suffer. So I'm so grateful for this oil and how it's aided a lot of people and helped to overcome those things. RC, this is another oil that, especially during COVID times, a lot of people that I know and even myself have leaned into. So RC is the respiratory care oil. Diffuse this oil to help with breathing easier. I also know that it can alleviate snoring. Rub a drop into your chest with a carrot oil, and this will open up the airways and keep that nice and clear. You may put a couple of drops into your shower floor, and that will really just give you a bit of like a scent tent in itself when the steam, and the oils combine. You may apply it to your chest and the back of the neck. I know there's a few gym goers here, so if it's before a workout, then that will really help clear those airways and keep you, breathing smoothly, and keep that nice and open for you when you're doing your workouts to make the most of those. Add a few drops to a bowl of hot steaming water and lean over your head with a towel over it, and breathe it in, and that's going to really help clear those airways as well. And you can massage a couple of drops into your feet. That's where we tend to get the most out of our oils, is rolling it onto our big toe. Who'd have thought? So that's a perfect oil if you feel like you struggle with breathing or need a little bit of respiratory TLC. Digize. This one has been an absolute heaven sent for me as someone who has experienced IBS, as someone who has an intolerance to dairy and gluten. This one has been amazing. I used to bloat like really hectic. And some of you may know that I do a little bit of part-time modeling and things, and when I've had a bit too much dairy or eaten something that has triggered the IBS and caused a massive amount of bloating, whether it's the day before, the morning of, and I feel that really uncomfortable bloating, I don't want to get into, a slim outfit or a swimsuit and be getting these shots done when I feel really insecure in myself. Now, I've paired Digize with a carrot oil, which is coconut oil, and I use it as a little cream, put it on my tummy, and it alleviates bloating as well as helps with any sort of like pain or digestive issues that I maybe experience if I've eaten something that I probably shouldn't have, or maybe overindulged. We've all been there, and that's okay. Diet will just give you that support to feel comfortable again with your digestion. I've also used it on my beautiful daughter with a carrier oil as well, and rubbed it on her tummy. We found out that she is an allergy baby, and you don't know until you try certain things. And I just put it on her tummy if she is experiencing a little bit of a reaction, or is vomiting, or is just having a bit of digestive issues after having a particular food or trying something new and it not agreeing with her. And I feel it really alleviates her symptoms, as well as the aroma tends to calm her down, as it's quite, you know, a confronting thing, and really can make her quite restless and unsettled if she's experienced like this nausea and vomiting and tummy issues. So this has been incredible support for our family and our beautiful bub, as well as personally with work and everything. Let's come back to Vala, the one that I was doing my scent tent with. Now, if you have Vala on your hands, you will understand why I am just raving about Vala. This is also known as the introvert's best friend. I am an extroverted introvert, so I am a performer. I've been performing for many, many years, but I'm an introvert at heart. So when I feel like I'm going into new social situations, or even now speaking to multiple people, to camera, or, you know, just not wanting to find situations daunting, I tend to lean into Vala for support. You can apply it to your wrists and your neck, collarbone, before socializing or a special event, or something that you may feel nervous about. Men, oils are for men too. If you're going to propose, or you've got a business meeting, or you're pitching something, or you just want a bit of extra confidence boost. You've got a grand final coming up. You've got a musical performance, something that's important to you, and you may feel a little anxious or worried, or if you're going into a situation that may feel like there's a bit of uncertainty, or if you feel that there may be something you're unsure of in your life and you want to make a decision with conviction and confidence, you can lean into our beautiful Vala oil. You can diffuse the oil for a calming aroma. You can attach to a roller fitment, which I'm going to show you soon, and just apply it topically. You can apply it to your jawline to alleviate tension in your jawline too. I know that I carry around a very tense jaw at the best of times, and I will catch myself and I will apply Vala just to really relieve that tension and to loosen that jaw up. It's also a great support too if you are going through a difficult time. If you feel like you are overwhelmed and not quite in control of your emotions, Vala will help reground yourself, give you the confidence to have that strong sense of self, make those courageous decisions, and allow you to be brave. This is one that I actually carry around in my purse because I never know when I'm going to be in a situation like that, or feel that sort of overwhelm or a surge of emotions come over me. So this is my go-to oil for those times. And we have Thieves. Thieves is our wellness warrior. So I've actually got our lovely lantern diffuser going, and I've got some Vala in there as well, never too much, and some Thieves to purify the air. This is called a wellness warrior because you can use it as a surface cleaner. So 20 drops of Thieves and 10 drops of lemon, which is also in your starter kit we spoke about before, in a 200ml bottle, and you can top it up with water, and that makes a beautiful, natural, non-toxic cleaner. You may add a drop to chai tea for some flavor. It's got a little bit of like a cinnamon kind of hit to it. You may add a drop to toothpaste. 1 to 2 drops with the carrot oil for the bottoms of your feet. So once again, that really absorbs the oils, applying it there. And you can use that daily to support your immune system, okay? So this one is our sort of like antibacterial. Add 1 to 2 drops of thieves, 2 drops of lemon with a teaspoon of honey to hot water for a relaxing, cleansing, hot drink. And you can diffuse with RC, which is the respiratory care we spoke about in the winter months for boosting your immunity. We have gone through the singular oils now, so there's 10 of those in the starter kit, but we also have Stress Away. It is a perfume replacement. I can actually, oh, it's stunning. So instead of using your regular perfumes that you buy off the shelf that has all those nasty toxic chemicals, you can replace it with Stress Away. Put the roller ball on top and just use it topically. You may diffuse. You can even pair it with something else like orange for a really yummy sort of aroma. It's nice and sweet. So if you're into sweet scents, this is the one for you. It's a lot to do with the vanilla that's in it. Apply to your wrists and above your heart for feelings of comfort and feelings of stability. So it's a really supportive oil in that respect. Place a couple of drops in your palms, rub together, and just make it a beautiful scent tent for difficult situations or stressful situations. If you've maybe got something like an exam coming up, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by your workload, if you're feeling like you are in sensory overload, come back to your Stress Away oil and that will help reground you. Diffuse 4 drops of Stress Away and 2 drops of peppermint, and that brings an unwinding and uplifting aroma. Peace and Calming is the last oil I'm going to talk about. This is another beautiful blend. So you can diffuse it for a comforting, soothing aroma. You may apply to your chest and the bottoms of your feet, and this will bring on a restful sleep. You may also place a couple of drops at the bottom of the shower, and this is a perfect way to unwind after those big days that you may feel heavy or like you just want to wash the day away. You may wear also as a perfume replacement. It's got a beautiful, beautiful aroma. So once again, ditching those toxic chemicals that you will find in regular fragrances and perfumes and using a bottle of Peace and Calming instead. This oil also promotes calm, focus. It can help channel mental energy. It can also create a more positive outlet, so it will maybe bring you a bit more clarity in situations that you feel a little bit foggy in, and give you that sort of support. So leaning into Peace and Calming is a way to cope in situations like that. So these are the rollers in your starter kit. There's one actually on my frankincense because I love to just roll it on my skin each day. So you just pop it on top. You're gonna roll it onto your wrist, back of the neck, but you actually get 2. They're really easy to change over as well. So if you ever wanted to, you know, have one on Peace and Calming and one on Frankie for your skin and one for Stress Away for perfume, you can always alternate the toppers as well. They come on and off pretty easily. We have the Thieves Hand Sanitizer to purify your hands without drying them out. Rather than using those really heavy and just really harsh hand sanitizers, this is a beautiful natural one to go to. It's also an on-the-go stain remover for those spills. I know having OSHA, wearing white is a bit of a gamble and a risk I take most days because I love wearing white, but having a baby kind of intercepts that, and I often do get stains and little marks, so this is great to have in my purse just in case it's feeding time or she's getting a little bit too loving and affectionate. And I have these just to remove the stains really quickly and easily on the go. You can clean out cuts on the go. If you've forgotten deodorants, you can actually use it on your armpits for a cooling scented substitute. It comes with compact size, which is really great to carry around at all times. Thieves Surface Spray. So you can keep in your handbag and use to purify surfaces on the go. So door handles, anything you may have felt like you've touched and you feel it a little bit germy, just spray your hands. Spray it onto an irritated throat. I've got a little bit of a croak at the moment, a little bit of a husk. So I've been leaning into my Thieves Spray and just spraying a little bit at the back of the throat just to alleviate any pain and to bring a little bit more clarity in my voice. Boost your immunity while it purifies, and it's also safe to use around kids and pets, which is super, super important. We have a couple of Ningxia patches too, and these are free samples that come in your starter bundle as well. They're incredible. I use Ningxia every single day, and it's great that if you haven't tried it before, you'll get 2 samples of it in your starter kit. They're just a gorgeous sort of natural drink to help boost your immunity, bring you natural energy, and it's something that I tend to have if I'm just feeling a little bit, run down on those extra busy days, as well as immunity support in my day-to-day. So we have the lantern diffuser. There's a few other beautiful diffusers to choose from, so you will get that, all these amazing oils, the sprays and the Thieves little tiny bundle, and your Ningxia samples in the premium starter kit. So I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough. If you have any questions, please do let us know, and thank you all again so much for watching this video and for being here tonight. I'm so excited for you, and you are prioritizing your health. Taking care of yourself is also taking care of other people. We need to fill our cups and can't pour from an empty one. So I hope that this has really helped bring you some more clarity, insight and support should you choose to begin your wellness journey today, start low toxing, or continue this journey into future. So thank you again, and enjoy the rest of the class.